Hi everybody, Larky here, and today is my 1 year anniversary on the Oakay server, and I've been pranked. Okay, I signed up for it. You gotta understand. You see, we have a little thing going on our server right now, where these little gnomes have invaded people's bases, and it's my turn. It says here that the last person, it took so long to wrangle these guys that the gnomes stole a cart. There's 10 gnomes running amok. See if you can find them. The getaway driver doesn't count. That's the getaway driver. It's a very cute little cart too. So today I'm gonna look around and see if I can find the 10 gnomes on my anniversary for funsies. Yep. So I'm gonna start in my starter house. Right there. Let's see if it might be in this house. There's not a whole lot of house to the house, so it should be pretty easy to find out. Well, not in the big empty bedroom. Which means I bet you it's in the enchanting area. There he is! Hello, little guy! Now, one of the things that almost everybody who comes to my base talks about, at least the first time they've been here, are the giant sheep. Yes, they have the classic faces. They don't have the new faces, because I built them before that update, okay? But people tend to talk about the sheep. So I have a hard time believing that one of these isn't gonna have a gnome in them. Let's take a peek and see if we can see them in the easy spots. Magenta. Not in the pink. Was I wrong? Is it possible? We're halfway through and no little gnomes yet. Ouch. Okay, we'll go through instead. No. Not in the yellow. Where could he be? Surely they hid him inside the sheep, right? It's gotta be. It's too easy. It's too obvious. Maybe that's why they didn't. Or did they? I don't know. And sure. Well, hello, little guy. They must have thought your color matched. I knew I should have started with the red one. Okay, so here's the stable. Another likely hiding place. Not among the mini cows or the pigs. Surely they wouldn't hide them in with the llamas or the horses, even Skeletor. Okay. What about upstairs where the sniffers used to live? I need to put a roof on this thing. Hello, little guy. You almost snuck past me. And I'm tearing my base down. Yep. I'm so good at this game. There's not one with the donkeys. Can we see one with the sniffers? Please tell me they're not among all of these, all the flowers that I grow for my shop. Hello guys, I haven't seen you in a while. You're just as adorable as always. Hello! Well, that's number 4. What about in the barn? in the pottery barn, because it is the pottery barn. It's where I make clay. Anybody under there? No. Up there? Also no. Where the storage space used to be? No. Okay, what about up here in the drying spaces? Well, they're not on top of the clay. I wonder if we can peek. Where did these shulker boxes come from? I don't remember these shulker boxes. Did somebody bring me presents? Oh my goodness. Okay, you gotta understand something. My shop, my biggest selling item in my shop is terracotta. Okay, it's all mud based. I sell clay, terracotta, bricks, glazed terracotta, and like the pots, right? The pottery things. And I can never keep them in stock. Oh yeah, and mud. And someone, some kind human, probably the one who brought me the gnomes, has given me 1, 2, 3 shulkers full of mud. And a little guy. Look at this. He's so cute, but I'm even more excited about the mud, to be honest with you. I am going to leave it here because this is where I'll use it. Because if you don't know, the way to make clay in Minecraft is to dry it out. Is to dry out mud. And I am forever making mud. Like, forever making mud. I have placed almost 200,000 dirt in the year I've been on this server. And most of that, almost all of that, was making mud. So for somebody to bring me 3 shulker boxes full of mud, oh, what a gift. What a gift. Woohoo! I feel so loved. I really do. Oh, we're halfway there. We got 5 of the 10 gnomes. Surely the other 5 are not all in that. Surely. Well, let's go look. This is my storage building and workshop. So let's look downstairs first, I guess. We'll start on this side. Okay, I don't see anybody up here. No. Not in the glass. This is the dye room. Anybody in here? No? This one is wool. And still no gnomes. What about wood? No gnomes here. There's one in the terracotta room. Did I go absolutely overkill with this storage building? Uh-huh. I won't do this again. Won't build it quite like this ever again. Especially now that we have copper golems, right? But I went totally overkill on this thing. Alrighty, let's look over here in the bee farms. Now I'm gonna cheat, I guess you could call it cheating. I am gonna pop into free cam just because there's so many of the bee farms, of the honey farms. I don't see any gnomes in there. I don't like to open the doors of the honey farms unless I have to, because sometimes they get out. But there's not one in there. Okay, so that's good to know. So I won't go over there. I'm still missing 4 of them. Among the netherwort? No. Cactus farms, cactus flowers. Nope. Sugar cane. Nuh-uh. I'm starting to run out of base here. I don't know. Oh, yeah, copyright. Clever clogs. Do you see the gnome? All the plushies and heads and things I've collected. Somebody thought they'd hide them right there in plain sight. And I almost missed it. Any others? There's a plushie of me. It's so chunky. I love it. I love it so much. Surely they wouldn't. Well, let's find out. Hi guys, how are you? Doing well? You sound happy. Hello. Let's look around a little bit. No? Are you hanging out on the beacon? Or in my concrete area? No, not here. Looks like the last 2 are going to be challenging. I wonder if they're in the villager area. Well, when I built this fence, I didn't dream that it would make a great place to hide gnomes. So I guess I should walk the fence and look for gnomes. Gnomes. Anybody on the fence? Surely not up there. He would stick out up there. What about inside my villager area? Hi guys. I know I haven't traded with you in a while. I haven't needed anything for a while. Well, not sitting on the fence here. To keep the golems out. Not in any of my villager houses. At least not so far. Hello guys. There he is! I knew there had to be one here. But that's my whole base. Where could the last one be? Surely it's gotta be in the aquarium, but I've looked there twice. This one is sneaky. Now I sound like one of my villagers. I'm gonna keep looking. You guys, I'm blind. Oblivious. Spaced out. Not looking, not seeing. You know why? You know how I said I'd been back to the aquarium and in it and through it and around it 3 times? I was so sure that the last one had to be hidden at the aquarium. Yeah? You remember that? Look what I just found. I was walking. I went through all of the sheep again, looking in all the little nooks and crannies. I went all the way through my workshop again. I went through the barn again. I went through the animal barn again. I went all over the place. Don't mind the incomplete retaining wall. It'll get finished eventually. But right there. Right there. In the open. Like just laying there, sitting out in the middle of nothing. And I missed it 3 times. 3 times. Well, I found them all now. So now what I have to do is I have to go to, well, first I have to pick him up. Hello, little buddy. And I need to add some lore. You see, the first place that was gnomed, there was a little lore that developed about the gnomes. And then the second place, there was a little more. And then there was a little more. And now we have a cart. Well, you know what I have that this cart is missing? I have donkeys. That cart is missing a method of transportation. So what I think I'm going to do is take the cart and rebuild it at the new place where I am going to hide the gnomes. Because that's part of the fun, right? Is that now I get to hide them on somebody else's base. But I'm going to take a donkey and it's going to be the thing that leads the cart. So we'll add a little more lore. And maybe, just maybe, the gnome will have made a friend while it was here. And they'll sit right there in the cart. Because I have quite a few plushies. So, that's what I think I'm going to do. But first, I've got to go to the shopping district, to the gaming district, and find out where I go next. And where these gnomes are going. Alright, let's go to the gaming district. Here we go. I live a long way out, okay? The first day I was on the server, I got on a boat and I just went for a long way. Didn't realize how far until I started building nether tunnels. How far away I really was. When we do season 2, I will be closer, probably. I will at least make my starter house really close. Here we are in the gaming district, and this is Gobigan the gnome, or Gobigan, I don't know how to pronounce it. Gobigan, I'm thinking. And there's the list of people, and I'm not going to show you that list because not all of them have consented to be in my video. And we'll have to see whose house we decorate with some sneaky little gnomes. Yeah. Look at the next person's nether tunnel. Isn't it super cool? I love the glass effects. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go into their base. Here we go. Into their base. Da, 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 da. Okay, it's not so pretty on the backside. Wow. Hello, Peppers. Avocado and Jackmarius Tactheratrix III. I approve. These are good names. I'm going to scroll past that section because it's got their names on it and I don't want to reveal those. There's the donkey that the gnomes have stolen. Look at this place. It's so cool. It's going to be fun to hide here. Especially since I know there's a whole underground complex here too. Yep. Step 1 is to build the cart. Because we have our donkey here. So we need the cart to go with it. Alrighty, we have our cart. These pesky gnomes have traveled the server. They stole a cart and a donkey. They also stole some glass and dye as a gift to you. There are 10 gnomes hiding. Cart boy doesn't count. And here's the cart and the donkey. Da, 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 da. They missed the girl who made the cart so much they stole one of the plushes from my place. And then I've added a few little bits of vegetation to the cart because, well, he had some time while I looked to, rifle through my storage bins, apparently. The owner of this base is not a content creator and did not give me consent to record her base. This is just the entrance. So I can't show you where I hid them. Besides that would be cheating. So that's it. That's the end of this video. This was fun. And now I have 10 gnomes. 10 gnomes to go and hide in diabolical places. Okay, not too diabolical. On her base. So this is going to be fun. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, give me a like and a follow maybe. So you can see more. Right? Right. Happy crafting, y'all. Bye for now.